Hello, my dearest, amazing, exceptional champions who was at the Mastermind Emotions Challenge. Did you enjoy it? Tell me, how was it? How was it for you? I'm sure it was amazing, right? You learned so much. I'm so excited to be here again because whenever we gather like this, you're growing stronger, wiser, and more exceptional, right? Yes. I want to take a look at the amazing person you are, the amazing champion right where you are. Look at yourself. You are not ordinary. You know that, right? You are not ordinary. You are a part of the exceptional tribe, a powerful community that is training you early to build character, wisdom, confidence, and leadership skills. You are extraordinary. Always remember that. You are extraordinary, you are exceptional, and I want you to remember that always. Welcome here again. It's such a joy and honor to be here with you. I want you to know that. I want you to know something very important. The things we are learning here will give you an advantage, right? It will give you an advantage that many adults are still trying to learn. Yes. Now I want to ask you a quick question. Have you been reading your books? Have you been reading your books for this month? And I hope you've been practicing what you learned in the Mastermind Emotions Challenge, the amazing Mastermind Emotions Challenge. Remember that your books, these books we will tell you to read, they're not just books that you just read and forget. No, they are training manuals for becoming stronger, wiser, and more disciplined champions. If you've started reading your book, well done. If I want you to give yourself a silent high five to you, you're doing well. And if you haven't started reading for this month, please, okay, the best day to start is today. Remember your weekly tasks, remember your wisdom drops, remember your journaling. I hope you've been journaling. I hope you've been using your devotionals every day. Every activity we do in this tribe, they're not just something we do for fun. I hope you know that. No, we do them. They're here to help you practice what we are learning every single day. Because champions don't just learn things, right? Champions practice things. Champions practice what they learn. So make sure you are filling your accountability tracker. You're doing all that is required of you daily. You're filling your accountability tracker. You're taking your activities very seriously. I hope you are. Now, today we are beginning a very powerful teaching for this month. The entire of this month we'll be learning about something that really separates ordinary people from truly exceptional people. Did you hear me? We'll be learning about self-management and discipline. Who's excited? Self-management and discipline. Now, listen carefully. Many people believe that success comes from talent. Some people think success comes from intelligence. Others believe success comes from luck. Yes. But the truth is this. Are you ready to hear the truth from me? The greatest champions in the world are not just talented. They are disciplined. I'm telling you. They know how to manage themselves. And that is what we are going to learn together today. All right? Today we're going to start week 1 of this powerful journey. And the title of today's teaching is, are you ready? The CEO of your life. Yes. Taking charge of your mind, your time, and your choices. The CEO of your life. Before we go deeper into that, I want to tell you a quick story. You know, as always, I love to begin with a story. This story is about 2 young champions. Their names are Daniel and Marcus. Both of them were 11 years old. Both of them were intelligent. Both of them had big dreams. Both of them wanted to become successful someday. Daniel wanted to become a great engineer. Marcus wanted to become a famous football champion. Both boys had potential, right? I thought they were. But something interesting started happening. Every afternoon after school, Daniel would go home. Daniel would eat. Daniel would rest for a bit and then sit down to complete his homework. He would study. You know, he would say to himself, future Daniel will thank me for this. You see that? After finishing his work, he would relax, he would play a little and prepare for the next day. Did you see that? Marcus, on the other hand, what did Marcus do? Marcus had a totally different routine. Every afternoon after school, Marcus would, go home, pick up his phone or sometimes his tablet, or he's put on the TV, and he will just start, he starts scrolling from one video to the other. 10 minutes, he'll say 10 minutes will become 1 hour. 1 hour will become 3 hours. He would keep saying, I will do my homework later, later, later. But later never ever came. Later became too late. Weeks passed, then months passed, and something began to change between these two champions. You can guess already, right? You can. Daniel became more confident. His teachers trusted him more. His results improved tremendously. Marcus began to feel stressed. His assignments were late. His confidence started dropping. Now listen carefully to this part. Daniel was not smarter than Marcus. Remember that. Daniel was not more talented than Marcus. The difference was very simple. What was the difference? Daniel had learned something Marcus had not yet learned. Daniel had learned how to manage himself. He had learned how to control his time, how to control his choices, and how to control his actions. And that is the difference between these two champions. Right? It's the difference between champions who grow and champions who struggle. Now, let me ask you a question. Who here wants to become a champion who grows? A champion that grows stronger, wiser, and more successful? Who wants to be that champion? I know, exactly. That's what the lesson of today is very important. Because today we are going to learn something really powerful. We are going to learn how to become the CEO of your own lives. How to become the CEO of our own lives. You see, a CEO is a person in charge of a company, right? The CEO makes decisions for the company. The CEO manages the resources of the company. The CEO sets direction in place, right? But here is something very powerful. Your life is like a company. Do you know that? Yes. And whether you realize it or not, you are the CEO of your life. You are the CEO of your thoughts, of your choices, of your time, of your habits, of your future. But here is the problem many people face. Some people never take the role of CEO in their own life. They don't take the role. They say, I don't want to take the role. Instead, they allow other things to control them. Their phone becomes the CEO, or the tablet, or the computer, or the TV. Their emotions become the CEO. Their distractions become the CEO. Their laziness becomes the CEO. And what happens? Life begins to go in the wrong direction. Do you see that? But champions are different, right? Exceptional champions understand something very important. If I want my life to become great, I must learn how to manage myself. And that is exactly what we are going to learn today, how to manage yourself. Today, we'll begin discovering the powerful habits of champions who know how to manage their mind, how to manage their time, how to manage their choices. So champions, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready to begin? Because today's teaching, today's lesson might change the way you see yourself forever. I believe it will. I really believe it will. All right? All right. Are you ready? Champions, let me ask you a very, very, very important question. Are you ready? And I want you to really think about it before you answer, okay? So why do you think some champions begin to succeed early in life while others keep struggling for many years? What do you think is the reason? Think about that for a moment, okay? You might have seen this before. Two champions can be in the same school. They can have the same teachers. They can even have the same opportunities, right? But somehow their life starts going in very different directions, very totally different directions. One begins to grow in confidence, their grades improve, their teachers trust them better, they begin to lead things, they try new opportunities, and people start saying, wow, this champion is really going somewhere. But another champion who may be just as intelligent starts to struggle. They delay things. They miss opportunities. They feel overwhelmed. They start losing confidence. Did you see that? Now, here is something very important. I want you to understand this, and I want you to understand it very well. The difference between these two champions is usually not talent. It is not. It is usually not intelligence. No, it is not. It is usually not background. Let's talk about that for a moment. Some people believe that the most successful people are simply the most talented people. Is that true? It's not true. That's not always true. Have you ever seen a very talented student who does not use their talent? Have you? Someone who's very, very, very smart, but still struggles because they don't prepare. They don't focus. They just keep delaying things. Exactly. Talent alone is not enough. Talent alone is not enough. Now let's talk about intelligence. Some people believe that the smartest champions always succeed. Is it true? Again, this is not true. It's not always true. There are many intelligent people who struggle in life because they cannot manage their time. I'm telling you. They cannot manage their habits. They cannot manage their choices. Now, what about background? Some people say, maybe they come from, a better family, better background. Maybe they had more opportunities. No way. But even that is not the full story. It is not. Because history is full of people who came from very simple backgrounds and still became extraordinary. Have you not seen them? So if it's not talent, if it's not intelligence, if it's not background, what really makes the difference? What makes the difference? The answer is something very powerful. The answer is self-management. Self-management and discipline. Let me say that again because it's very, very important. Are you listening? Are you here? Are you still here? The ability to manage yourself is one of the most powerful skills you will ever learn in your life. And these are the skills this is the skill we're going to be teaching you this month. Self-management. Self-management means learning how to manage 1, your thoughts, 2, your time, 3, your choices, 4, your habits, 5, your reactions, and even your focus. Are you here? When a young champion learns this early in life, something incredible begins to happen. They start becoming more responsible. They start making wiser decisions. They begin to trust themselves more. Are you getting that? And people around them begin to trust them even more too. Now, I want to introduce you to a powerful idea. Are you ready? A powerful idea. And this idea might completely change how you see yourself. Imagine for a moment that your life is like a company. We've talked about company before, right? We've talked about CEO. Every company has someone in charge. Who's in charge? I've told you before. Who's in charge? Yes, that person is called the CEO. A CEO is the leader of the company, right? We've talked about it before. The CEO does not just sit and relax. No. The CEO makes important decisions. The CEO manages time and resources. Excuse me. The CEO decides the direction of the company. The direction the company will go. The CEO asks questions like, where are we going? What are our goals? What actions must we take today to build a better future? Now, here is the powerful part. Are you here? If your life were a company, if your life was just a company, who do you think the CEO is? Who do you think is the CEO if your life is a company? Yes, you are. Every single one of you here is the CEO of your own life. You are the CEO of your life, right? Am I correct? You're the CEO of your thoughts, of your actions, of your habits, of your decisions, and of your future. And here's something very, very important. You know that many champions do not even realize this. They don't realize it early enough. When someone does not take responsibility as the CEO of their life, something else will take that position. Instead of leading your life, or instead of leading their life, they begin to be controlled by other things. Sometimes their emotions becomes the CEO. Do you want your emotions to become the CEO? No. If they feel lazy, they stop working. If they feel bored, they stop trying. So your emotions are controlling you. If they feel frustrated, they give up. Because their emotions are the CEO of their lives. Sometimes their phones or TV or tablets become the CEO of their life. One video becomes 10 videos. 10 minutes becomes 1 hour. Remember the story I told you? And before they realize it, their time is gone and gone forever. Sometimes distractions become the CEO. Instead of focusing on what matters, they keep jumping from one thing to another. One destructive thing to another. Sometimes bad habits become the CEO. Oh yes, bad habits. Procrastination becomes, it begins to control their decisions. Excuses begin to control their actions. Are you here? Now, champions, listen carefully to this. Listen carefully. If you do not manage yourself, something else will manage you. Do you want something else to manage you? If you do not manage your time, distractions will manage it for you. If you do not manage your emotions will start controlling your behavior. If you do not manage your habits will begin to shape your future. But champions who become exceptional understand something very powerful. They understand that their life has direction when they choose to lead themselves. Did you get that? Their life has direction when they decide to lead themselves. They'll decide, I will manage my time wisely. I will control my choices. I will build strong habits. I will take responsibility of my future. That's exceptional champions. And when a young champion begins to think like this, everything begins to change. Everything. Confidence grows. Discipline grows. Opportunities grow. Excuse me. And of course, their future begins to expand. You know what I'm talking about. So today, we are going to begin learning what it truly means to become the CEO of your own life. Yes, we're going to explore how exceptional champions manage their mind, manage their time, manage their choices, manage everything around them. Because when you learn how to manage yourself well, you begin to build a life that is strong, that is focused, and that is truly exceptional. Is that not what you want, my exceptional champions? I believe that is what you want. Right? Now, let's move to the first pillar of self-management, right? The first pillar is about how successful champions handle wisely their time. I've talked about time, right? Time. Let me ask you a very honest question. How many hours are there in one day? Please tell me. How many hours? 24, right? 24 hours. Now, every single person on this planet has the same amount of time, right? In a day. The richest people in the world, they have the same 24 hours. The poorest people in the world, they have the same. The most successful people have 24 hours. The most successful leaders have 24 hours. The greatest athletes have 24 hours. Everybody, right? And every one of you here also has 24 hours. Am I right? So if everyone has the same amount of time, why do some people achieve more? Some people achieve so much while others struggle to move forward. Why? The answer is simple. I hope you know that. The answer is very simple. Discipline determines how your time is used. I'll say that again. It's not just how much your time you have that matters. It's not. It is how you use the time you have. And that is determined by discipline. Now, let's be very honest about something. Something many champions experience today. Time can disappear very quickly. Sometimes a champion picks up their phone or tablet or puts on the TV and says, I will just check something quickly. What has it happened to? Then one video becomes another video. Another video becomes 10 videos. Before they realize it, 1 hour has passed like that. Sometimes time goes into social media scrolling. I hope not my champions anyway. And suddenly the afternoon is gone completely. Sometimes time goes into gaming. I hope not my champions. Now, games can be fun, I believe. Games can be relaxing, right? But when gaming takes over hours that were meant for learning or growth, it begins to affect our progress. Sometimes time even goes into complaining. Who knows what I'm talking about? Complaining. Complaining about homework, complaining about everything, about chores. I hope not my champions. Complaining about things that feel difficult. And while we complain, guess what's happening? Time continues moving forward. Time doesn't wait for us. Then there is something very, very common called procrastination. Who knows procrastination? Procrastination means delaying something that needs to be done. A champion may say, I'll start later. I'll do it tonight. I'll finish it tomorrow. But tomorrow keeps moving, right? And suddenly the work becomes stressful. Now, here is something exceptional champions learn. They learn it very early, and I want to learn it very, very early. They learn to ask themselves a powerful question before they spend their time. The question is this helping my future or stealing from my future? Is this thing I'm going to spend my time on, is it helping or stealing from my future? Think about this question very carefully. If you spend 30 minutes reading something that helps you learn, like your exceptional books, that is helping your future, right? If you spend time practicing a skill that is helping your future, that is helping your future. If you complete your responsibilities on time, that is helping your future. Am I correct? But if you spend hours scrolling or watching TV without purpose, that may be stealing from your future. Exceptional champions are not perfect, but they are aware of how they use their time. That's it. They understand that time is one of the most valuable resources they have. They understand that. Once time passes, it cannot be brought back. Do you know that? Once time passes, it can never be brought back. But that is why successful people learn to divide their time wisely. We talked about checklists the other day, right? And this is where I want to introduce something very powerful called the 3 time categories. Are you ready? The 3 time categories. These categories help champions organize their day so they can grow, they can succeed, and they can still enjoy their life. The first category is called growth time. Are you here? Growth time. Growth time is the time you spend developing yourself. It should always come first. Growth time. This includes things like studying your school subjects, studying your exceptional books, reading them, learning new skills, practicing something you want to improve in, or learning things that strengthen your mind. Are you getting that? Growth time is very important because it helps you become better. It helps you become stronger over time. Every champion who becomes exceptional spends time growing their mind and growing their abilities. Did you hear that? The second category is called responsibility time. Yes. Responsibility time includes the things you must do as part of your daily life. Are you here? For champions, this usually includes schoolwork, right? Homework, assignments, and helping with chores at home. Responsibility time. Sometimes responsibilities may not always feel exciting, but completing responsibilities builds something very, very powerful called reliability. People begin to trust champions who take their responsibilities seriously. You become reliable. Teachers trust you. Parents trust them. And most importantly, they begin to trust themselves. Are you still here? Now, the third category is what I call rest time. Rest time is also very important, right? Very important. Exceptional champions understand that rest helps the mind. Rest helps the body to recover as well, right? This can include relaxing, spending time with family, playing games for a reasonable time, enjoying hobbies, or simply taking time to recharge. Whatever you want to do with that time is fine. Rest is not laziness. Did you hear me? Rest is important. Rest becomes powerful when it is balanced with growth and responsibility. Are you here? So champions, here is the powerful idea I want you to remember. I want you to remember this, very important. Your day should include growth time to improve yourself, right? Responsibility time to handle your duties, right? And rest time to refresh your mind. When these three are balanced, something powerful begins to happen. Do you know what happens? You feel more organized. You feel less stressed. And you begin moving closer to your goals every day. Do you want that? So let me ask you a reflection question. If you look at your last few days, like the last few days, honestly, which category received the most of your time? Was it your growth time that received most of your time? Was it responsibilities? Was it your responsibility time? Or was it rest and entertainment that took most of your time for the past few days? There's no judgment here, right? This is just simply an opportunity to become more aware. To become more aware. Because the moment you become aware of how you use your time, you begin to take control of your time. And that's what I want you to do. I want you to begin to take control of it. And champions who learn to manage their time very well are already building one of the strongest pillars of self-management. Are you here? Are you here, champions? Let's move to the second pillar of self-management. And this pillar is extremely powerful. You know what it is, right? Because it quietly shapes the direction of your life. Every single day shapes the direction of your life. Do you know what it's called? Managing your choices. This is the next pillar. Managing your choices. Now, I want you to think about something for a moment. Your life is made up of thousands of small choices. Every single day, you're making choices. Every single day, you're making choices. Some choices feel small and unimportant in the moment, right? But when those small choices are repeated, what happens? Especially when they are repeated over time, they begin to build your future. Are you here? This is why we say something very, very powerful. We say that small choices build big futures, right? Let me explain what that means. Imagine two champions waking up in the morning. Both of them have homework to do or to complete, right? Both of them have things they want to achieve for that day, right? But when it's time to start their work, they face a small choice. What is the choice? One champion says, let me just focus and finish my work first. The other champion says, let me just scroll for a few minutes on my tablet. Now, in that moment, it may seem like a very small decision, right? Just a few minutes. But when those small decisions repeat every day, they begin to shape two very different futures. Are you getting that? One champion builds discipline and progress. The other champion, what happens? He begins to struggle. He or she begins to struggle with delays and pressure. That is the power of small choices. Are you here? Now let's look at some examples that many champions face every day. Are you ready? One common choice is studying versus scrolling. Very easy. A champion might sit down with their book and feel tempted to check their tablet or their phone. Now, the phone is calling for attention, or the tablet, right? Just check this message. Just check it. Just watch this video. Just check. Just scroll for a minute. You could just scroll for a minute. But that minute can turn into 30 minutes or even into 1 hour. So the choice becomes very clear. Do I study now and grow stronger? Or do I scroll? Do I scroll now and delay my progress? Simple choice. Another choice many champions face is practicing versus quitting. Maybe you're learning a new skill. It could be mathematics, it could be music, it could be sports, it could be writing, it could be any other ability. You're just learning a new skill, right? At first, it might feel difficult. Am I talking to someone? You may make mistakes, you may feel slow, it might be frustrating anyway. You may whisper, this is too hard. That's what I'm talking about. This is frustrating. Maybe I should just stop. But champions who grow understand something important. The moment you feel like quitting is often the moment when growth is about to happen. Did you hear that? So the choice becomes, do I quit because it's hard? Or do I practice because I want to improve? Let's look at another powerful choice. Are you still here? Apologizing versus arguing. Sometimes disagreements happen. Maybe with friends or even with siblings. Maybe even with your parents or teachers. Disagreements can happen, right? In those moments, emotions can rise quickly. Right? We talked about it. The easy reaction may be to argue, to defend yourself, or prove that you are right. Who knows what I'm talking about? But champions who manage their choices, remember we're talking about managing your choices, they understand something powerful. Sometimes the strongest choice is to pause and say, I am sorry. Apologizing doesn't make you weak. I hope you know that. It shows maturity. It shows wisdom. And it protects relationships that matter. Now, here's another choice many champions face as they grow. Are you here? Saving versus wasting. Who knows about this choice? This might apply to money. It might apply to opportunities or even time. Saving versus wasting. For example, when you receive pocket money, or you receive gifts, you have a choice. You can spend everything immediately. Just spend it. Or you can save some for something meaningful in the future. Right? The same thing applies to opportunities. You know that, right? You can waste opportunities. You can actually waste an opportunity to learn something new. Or you can take advantage of it. Are you here? And over time, these choices begin to shape the kind of person you become. And this brings us to a very powerful truth that I want you to remember. Are you still here? Listen carefully to this line. This is important. This is very important. Your life tomorrow is built by your choices today. Do you know that? Yes. Let's say that again, slowly now. Your life tomorrow is built by your choices today. The grades you achieve tomorrow will be influenced by your study habits today. The study habits you choose today. The confidence you develop tomorrow will be influenced by the actions you take today. The opportunities you receive tomorrow will be influenced by the discipline you practice today. I hope you know that. This is why exceptional champions learn to pause before making decisions. They ask themselves questions like, is this choice helping me grow? Is this choice helping my future? Is this the kind of choice an exceptional champion would make? And the more you practice making wise choices, the stronger this pillar of self-management becomes. Are you still here? Over time, something powerful begins to happen. Your habits improve because you make wise choices. Your discipline grows because you make wise choices. Your confidence rises because you make wise choices. And your future begins to expand in ways you may not even imagine yet. So champions, here is a reflection question for you. Are you ready? Are you ready? Now think about the last few days again. Can you remember one small choice you made that helped your future? Just think, just think. Maybe you studied when you felt like delaying. That's a choice. Maybe you finished a task when it was difficult, right? Maybe you chose patience instead of anger. Those moments matter a lot, my exceptional champions, because every wise choice you make is a brick that helps build the powerful future you are creating. Yeah? And now, let's move to another pillar of self-management. Another pillar. This pillar is something many champions underestimate, but it is incredibly powerful. It is incredibly powerful. This pillar is called managing your environment. Do you know? Let me start by asking you a simple question. Have you ever noticed that the people around you can influence how you behave? Have you? Think about it. Think about it for a moment. If you spend time around people who are always complaining, who are negative and unmotivated, what do you think begins to happen to you? Slowly, that same attitude can begin to affect you. And if you spend time around people who are hardworking, who are focused and encouraging, something different happens, right? You begin to feel motivated. You begin to think bigger. You begin to behave differently. This is the power of environment. Your environment quietly shapes your behavior every day. It influences the way you think, the way you speak, even the way you make decisions. Yes. It's why champions who want to grow learn how to choose and manage their environment very wisely. Are you here? Let's look at a few examples. Are you ready? Let's look at a few examples that champions experience every day. The first influence is friends. Very important. Friends. Friends are very, 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 very important. Good friends can encourage you, support you, and help you become stronger. But sometimes friends can also influence us in negative ways, right? For example, imagine a champion who wants to focus on their studies. But their friends constantly say things like, don't worry about homework. It doesn't matter. Let's just play. Let's just play games. You can do it later. If a champion listens to those voices too often, what happens? they may begin to delay very important things, right? But their friends say things like, let's finish our homework first. Let's help each other understand this topic. Things like that. Let's work hard and improve together. You know what I'm talking about, right? That environment becomes powerful. It helps everyone grow. So the question becomes, are the people around you helping you grow or pulling you away from your goals? That's the question. Now let's look at another part of your environment. Are you ready? Now, what you watch. Do you know that what you watch is part of your environment? You don't know. Today, many champions spend a lot of time watching videos, watching shows or online content. Some content can inspire you. Yes, we know that. It can teach you new ideas. We know that. It can help you learn skills or expand your thinking, which is good, right? But some content can fill your mind with distractions, with negativity, with messages that do not help you at all, that won't help you grow. I hope you know that. What you watch regularly begins to shape the way you think. It influences your imagination, your attitudes, and even your behavior. So champions who manage their environment begin to ask themselves, is what I'm watching helping me become? Is it helping me become better or just filling my mind with noise? Some things can really fill your mind with noise. Now let's talk about another influence. what you listen to. So apart from what you watch, what you listen to do, even the music you listen to, it matters a lot. It's part of your environment. The conversations you hear, the messages you allow into your mind. All of those things influence how you think and how you feel. If you constantly listen to things that promote negativity, disrespect, or laziness, those ideas slowly begin to shape your mindset. I'm telling you the truth. But when you listen to things that encourage growth, discipline, wisdom, and purpose, your thinking begins to rise to a higher level. And that's what I want you to do, my champions. It's why exceptional champions are intentional about what they allow into their environment. You should be very intentional. They choose influences that help them become stronger, wiser, and more disciplined every day. So I want you to reflect on this important question. Are you ready? I want to answer it honestly, okay, in your mind or in your journal, all right? Is your environment helping you grow, or is it keeping you small? Think about your friends. Think about your friends. Think about what you watch. Think about what you listen to. Think about the conversations you spend time in. Are these things pushing you towards your goals? Or are they slowly pulling you away from the champion you are capable of becoming? Here's a powerful truth. Are you ready? When you change your environment, you change your direction. Champions who want to grow surround themselves with people and influences that lift them higher. They choose friendships that encourage excellence. Are you here? They choose content that strengthens their mind. They choose conversations that build wisdom. When you begin to manage your environment wisely, something powerful happens. It becomes much easier to stay disciplined. Do you know that? It becomes easier to stay focused. It becomes very easy to grow into the exceptional champion you are meant to be. Because the environment around you is no longer pulling you down, right? It's taking you up, taking you higher. So instead of it's helping to lift you up, right? Champions, we've talked about the pillars of self-management, right? Yes. Now, managing your mind is one of it. We've talked about managing your mind, then managing your time, managing your choices, and managing your environment. We talked about this, right? Now, it's time for a very important moment. Are you ready? This is where you pause. This is where you reflect and look honestly at yourself. Are you ready to do that? Because, remember something very powerful. Champions don't just listen to teachings like this. They don't just do that. Champions reflect. Champions evaluate, and champions grow. Of course, you put it in practice and you grow. Since, I want you to do something very, very practical right now. Are you ready? I hope you have your writing materials. You can pause the video for a moment if you don't. If you need to, you can pause the video and go and get your writing materials. But anytime you are coming to these teachings, get your journals, get your notebooks. Okay, so now you can pause if you don't have yours, but if you have yours, good. Get your pen, get everything. This is very important because writing helps you to become more aware of your habits, right? And your growth as well. So get your writing materials and come. Go ahead. Get your writing materials. if you don't have yours, but if you have yours, well done. You should always have yours, actually. Now, you have your writing materials, right? Yeah. I want you to write a title on top of the page, of one of the page. Write self-management check. Self-management check. This is simple but powerful. It's a simple but powerful exercise that will help you see where you are doing well, and where you need to grow. So are we good? Self-management check. Have you written it? Under that title, write this instruction. Rate yourself from 1 to 10. Write it. Rate yourself from 1 to 10. Number 1 means I really need improvement in this area. Number 10 means I manage this area very well most of the time. Now we're going to look at the 4 pillars we discussed, right? We're going to look at all the pillars we discussed. Write the first question. How well do I manage my emotions? And we talked about managing your emotions, your mind. How well do I manage my emotions? Think about the last few days. When something annoyed you, how did you manage it? How did you respond? When someone upset you, did you react quickly in anger? I hope you were in the Master My Emotions challenge. Or did you pause and think first? When you felt frustrated or disappointed, did you manage your emotions well? Let's just be honest with yourself, okay? You're writing it is for you. There's no right or wrong answers here. Just write it honestly. This is just for your personal growth, and it's very important. Now, give yourself a number from 1 to 10. How did you manage your emotions? From 1 to 10. Write the number beside the question. Is that okay? Now, let's move to the second one. Write this. How well do I manage my time? How well do I manage my time? Think about your daily routine. How often do you complete your work? Do you complete it on time? You complete it on time. How often do you delay important tasks? How much time do you spend learning, growing, and improving yourself? And how much time disappears into distractions? We've talked about them. Again, be honest. No right or wrong answers. Give yourself a number from 1 to 10. Now, write the third question. Are you here? Excuse me. How well do I manage my choices? That's the third one. Think about the decisions you make every day. Do you usually choose what is easy or what is right? When you feel like quitting, maybe you feel like quitting something difficult, do you keep going or do you just stop and quit? When you face a choice between discipline and distraction, which one wins? Which one wins more often? Reflect honestly and give yourself a number from 1 to 10. Are you there? Now write the final question. The final question is, how well do I manage my environment? Think about the influences around you. Do your friends encourage you to grow? Do the things you watch and listen to inspire you to become better? Or are there influences in your environment that makes it harder for you to stay focused and disciplined? Again, give yourself a number from 1 to 10. Now, champions, look at the 4 numbers you have written. Look at them. This moment is very, very powerful, because you're beginning to understand yourself better. Now, I want you to ask yourself one final question. And also write this question at the bottom of your page, of that particular page, okay? Say, which area must improve immediately? Which area must improve immediately? Look at the 4 pillars again. Which one received the lowest number? That area is your growth opportunity today. That is the pillar that needs the most attention right now. And here's the good news for you, okay? The fact that you can identify it means you can begin to improve it. Because champions who become exceptional are the ones, they're not the ones that pretend everything is perfect. No, they're not the ones that pretend. They are the ones who are honest enough to see where they need to grow and brave enough to improve it. So take a moment now. Circle the pillar that needs the most attention, the most improvement. Are you there? Because in the coming days, that is the area where you will focus your efforts and your discipline. All right? And remember this. This powerful truth is very important for you to remember. The moment you become aware of what needs to change, you have already taken the first step towards becoming stronger. Yes, you've taken the first step because you now know. All right? So now that we've reflected on the 4 pillars and seen where we need to grow, it's time for something very exciting. We're going to do a practical exercise. Are you ready? This one will put all the learnings into actions. I call this your 7-day self-management challenge. Are you here? Yes, 7 days to begin building habits that will help you take control of your life and become the CEO of yourself. Are you ready? Here's what I want you to do this week. Now, 1 is to what? Wake up on time every single day. Don't hit the snooze button. If you don't have alarm, set an alarm and wake up on time. Your future self is waiting for you. Wake up early. Right? Number 2, complete your responsibilities without reminders. You know your responsibilities. That means your homework, your chores, your practice. Do them because you know they are important. Not because someone told you to do them. Please. Number 3, limit distractions. That means being aware of your phone, your social media, whatever, your games, your tablets, anything that steals your focus. Ask yourself, is this helping my future or stealing from my future? Then track your daily choices, right? Write them down. Write them down in your journal or wherever. Write them down, your daily choices. Every time you make a good choice, take it off. Every time you notice a choice that could improve, note it too. Do you understand? Now, champions, I want you to remember a very, very powerful statement. Are you here? And repeat this in your mind after me. Repeat it in your mind. Discipline is the bridge between who you are and who you are becoming. Say it again with me. Discipline is the bridge between who I am and who I am becoming. Every small step you take this week, every choice you make, every distraction you overcome, that is building your bridge towards the exceptional future you are meant to have. Are you here? Now, it's time for our closing charge. Who's ready? I want to hear this and let it really sink in, okay? We are closing now. Don't worry, I know this has been long. Your future is not decided by your dreams. Your future is decided by your discipline. I'll say that again. Your future is decided by your discipline. Think about that for a moment. Dreams are wonderful. They inspire you, right? They give you vision. But without discipline, dreams remain just ideas. Discipline is what turns your dreams into reality. Discipline is what separates champions from everyone else. So, champions, here is my charge to you. Go into this week ready to take control of your life. Be intentional with your thoughts, your time, your choices, and of course, your environment. Build your habits, strengthen your discipline. And here's something extra special. I want you to know this, okay? The April to December cohort the registration is open for the April to December cohort of the Exceptional Children's Tribe. Have you invited someone? Do you want to be learning alone? We begin on the last week of April, so please invite your friends, invite your classmates, your church members, everyone around you to register. Invite your relatives. Remember, your environment matters a lot. Anyone who you want to grow into an exceptional champion like, people in your environment should be in the Exceptional Children's Tribe. So invite them. And of course, starting next week, we'll be having the something that's super, super fun for everyone. The Exceptional Story Club. Every Saturday at 1:30 p.m. UK time, we'll have a free 30-minute session full of fun stories, fun activities, fun games. Oh, yes. It's completely free for everyone. So invite all your friends. Invite everyone you know to join us every Saturday on our YouTube channel at 1:30 UK time. Right? The more champions we have joined, the more fun we have together. So go ahead and invite everyone. Mark your calendars. Saturdays, 1:30 p.m. Tell your friends, start preparing for an exciting journey of fun, right? And of fun learning. Remember, your life is in your hands. Be the CEO of your life. Build your bridge with discipline and get ready to grow into the exceptional champion you were created to be. I love you. I celebrate you. I'll see you again next week. I can't wait to hear about all the amazing progress you make this coming week. I love you and I'm rooting for you. If you haven't started reading, remember what I told you. Begin today. Start reading your books, please. If you haven't bought your books yet, reach out to me. Reach out to any member of the team. Tell mom or dad to reach out to us and get your books for you. I'll see you again in my next. I love you.